Fouls on number 30, Brian Visor.
And Londowi will run it down. Tyler bounces for LeGrand. Backs down against Blesson Kimball. A kick out to Heiserer. His three-pointer, no good. Londowi the offensive rebound, and he doesn't go up with the shot and loses the ball. Notre Dame with a lot of turnovers here early. And Sam Bledsoe with a jump stop, and he leans into LeGrand. Bledsoe was the guy that initiated the contact, but he's going to get the call anyway. Caleb LeGrand will pick up the foul. Sam Bledsoe going to the line. Bledsoe is a hard-nosed ball player. He's known for his great shooting prowess, but tell you what, he got a lot of tough buckets in the win over Jackson in the semis. A lot of tough buckets inside in the paint. He misses the free throw. Bledsoe will have another. Where's number 14 for Charleston? And he got the free throw. So Notre Dame, in its win over Cape Central, was up 14-2. Now in their game against Charleston, they're down 13-2. 1:36 to play here in the opening quarter. Justice Toma in the backcourt facing full court pressure. They throw it away, but no, Toma runs it down. Nearly a turnover. Notre Dame fortunate. Toma comes into the paint, and we're going to get a foul on Charleston. Danny Farmer didn't like that call. Is that 2 on Kimball? No, it's on Visor, and that's his second. So Brian Visor will check out, and junior Elmer Davis is in for Brian Visor. Drew Heiserer inbounding for Notre Dame. They have just 2 points, and we've got 1:22 to play in the quarter. Charleston's defense has frustrated Notre Dame. Tyler Londowi in the lane with a runner. Banked it in. Boy, do the Bulldogs need that one. 13-4, Charleston. Here's a pass up the right sideline. Good defense by Caleb LeGrand. He got over and swatted that ball out of bounds. 1:03 remaining here in the first quarter. Blue Jays in control, still early. Terradian Bogan out front. Backs it up on the dribble. Now he approaches against Londowi. Kicks it right for Bledsoe. Sam hooks it down, intended for Kimball. Stolen by Caleb LeGrand of Notre Dame. Bulldogs get out on the run. Drew Heiserer. Boy, he got fouled there by Bledsoe. They didn't call it. Like he grabbed his arm. Caleb LeGrand with a jumper. No good. Isaiah Gillespie the rebound. Isaiah got bumped by Londowi out at the top of the circle with 33 seconds to play in the first quarter. Got an email from Sam Kuntz. He says, I am in Idaho. Is the game being live streamed? And Sam, the answer is yes at cmoball.com. Or you can just listen to our radio feed. They are taking our feed, so you're stuck with us either way. Here's Gillespie down the lane, flipped it up, and it's off to the side. He missed it, and LeGrand grabbing the rebound, and somebody reached in and fouled him. And it's going to be Elmer Davis, the Blue Jay that just checked in when Brian Visor picked up his second foul. 13-4 Jays. Big possession here for Notre Dame. They could cut it to 7 with a bucket, 6 with a 3. Tyler Londowi, 30 feet away from the basket with 7 seconds. Works right around the screen with 5. Top of the key, 3, 2, 1. Heiserer, they don't get the shot away. Wow, Notre Dame does not get the shot. Great defense by the Jays. They only allow 4 points in the first quarter. It's 13-4 Charleston. Let's take a break. It's the championship game of the Christmas tournament.
In today's digital world, make sure your business isn't getting left behind. From website development to digital advertising, all the way to social media, video, and more, the team at Rust Media has the marketing strategy your business needs to stand out. Visit rustmedia.com today.
What a start for the 17-time champion Charleston Blue Jays, looking for their 18th tournament title. They're up 13-4 as we start the second quarter. Tyler Parker drops it off for Notre Dame's Tyler Londowie, and now they work it back out front. Heiser to Londowie on the left sideline. Hook it down to LeGrand. Leans in on Kimball. Scored! And a whistle is going to be a foul on Kimball. Caleb LeGrand, three-point opportunity. Danny Farmer conversing with the official. He's like, my guy's standing there with his hands straight up. He didn't like the call. Kimball going to have to check out. That's his second foul. So the big man for the Blue Jays is on the bench. And in is Tyrell Ware, 6'6". Not as big and strong as Kimball, but he's 6'6", just like Kimball. And LeGrand finishes the three-point play for Notre Dame. A steal for the Bulldogs. They trail by just 6 now. We played 30 seconds of the second quarter. LeGrand went for the reverse layup and a whistle. Bledsoe came over with help defense. Tyrell Ware was there as well. And the foul is going to be on Tyrell Ware. So Caleb LeGrand to the free throw line, the 6'5" junior. Just hit a free throw. Notre Dame down 6, and he hits the foul shot. 5-point Jays lead. 7:23 on the clock. Here's our email address again. It is SEMORadio@gmail.com. SEMO, SEMORadio@gmail. LeGrand hit them both. We just read one from Sam Coots. We got another one. We'll read it coming up. 13-9. Notre Dame's on a 5-0 run. Isaiah Gillespie drives down to the right baseline, leans in with a shot. No, Tyrell Ware at 6'6", grabs a rebound and floats it back over the front of the rim and down. Big put back there by Ware. Lead is 6 for Charleston. Tyler Parker up the right sideline for Notre Dame. Back taps it here for Drew Heiserer. Under the 7-minute mark, Notre Dame with a basketball. Toma out front. Heiserer a three. Got it. Drew Heiserer. It's the Notre Dame fans a little salty. It's 15-12 Charleston. Cross center court. Gillespie gives it up to Sam Bledsoe. We've played 90 seconds here in the second. Charleston's lead is 3, and a tough move on the left baseline, and it's Isaiah Gillespie. Boy, he is a lunch pail, hard hat guy. He gets the tough buckets down low, and he has this entire tournament. 17-12 Blue Jays. Tyler Parker dribbles into the defender, Elmer Davis. He lowered the shoulder, but they're going to call it a blocking foul. Danny Farmer was hoping for a traveling call. Elmer Davis of Charleston picks up the foul. That is team foul number 9 on Charleston. Just 3 fouls called on Notre Dame. And to the free throw line will go Tyler Parker, the 6'1" senior. Parker with a free throw. No good. First miss for Notre Dame. Caleb LeGrand was 3 for 3. And Parker will get another. 5-point Charleston lead, 17-12. Next foul shot, and he rimmed it in. Got a good roll. We approach 2 minutes played in the second period. Charleston 17, Notre Dame 13. The Blue Jays had an 11-point lead out of the gate, 13-2. Teridian Bogan gives it up for Isaiah Gillespie. Right back to Bogan. He's at the point. Right-hand dribble. Crosses over around the screen from Tyrell Ware, and his pass gets tipped. Stolen by the Bulldogs. Drew Heiser ahead of the field. Blocked by Bledsoe. What a block. Blue Jays go the other way. What a block by Bledsoe. Bounce pass in the middle, and it's loose. Heiser goes to the floor. Bogan comes up with a basketball, floats up a 12-footer, nothing but net. Teridian Bogan with his first hoop. Tyler Londowie runs the other way, and he draws contact and a personal foul. 19-13, Charleston with a 6-point lead. And Tyler Londowie going to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
He's got 2 points. The senior will be at the line to our left. Free throw is up and good. He banged his elbow in their last game against Central. He's got his left wrist pretty heavily taped. He's a right-handed shooter, though. The tape won't affect that shot, and he rattled it out. He missed the back end. 19-14. Bulldogs 5 of 7 from the line. Isaiah Gillespie drives inside. Acrobatic shot up in traffic. It won't go. Drew Heiser, the loose ball. Smallest guy out there for Notre Dame, but he came away with a rebound. 19-14 Jays. 4:46 to play here in the second period. Tyler Parker through the lane pass to Heiser. Jab step against Sam Bledsoe. Dribbles it to the wing and throws it out front for Londowie. Man-to-man by the Jays. Londowie with a dribble drive, and it's poked away. They're going to say Charleston ball, but Todd Turlington is going to come in and overrule the call. They're going to give it to Notre Dame, I believe. No, they're going to give it to Charleston. It looked like Turlington was coming in to maybe overrule it or tell him he saw something different, but the call will stand. So the Jays get the whistle and the possession. 4:23 and counting. Teridian Bogan out front, 19-14. Charleston with a 5-point lead. Deep on the left hedge, it's Bledsoe. Picks up the dribble, flips it for Gillespie, deep on the left wing. He'll start to drive down the left side of the lane, flipped it in. Tough move by Isaiah Gillespie. Is the leading scorer in the game with 8 points. So with Blesson Kimball out, Gillespie has picked it up. 21-14, the lead extends to 7 now. Tyler Londowie, wide left. Hooks it out front. Justice Toma down the left side of the lane. Pull-up jumper, a sweet stroke by Justice Toma, his second field goal. 21-16, Jays. Bulldogs were down by 11. Currently, they trail by 5. Sam Bledsoe steps to the arc, pulls up with a jumper, no good. LeGrand clears for CND. 3:20, clock running. Second period from the Show Me Center. Drew Heiser across center court, behind the back on the dribble. They run a double team at him. He finds LeGrand, who attacks Ware, flipped it up with the left hand. It just rolled off the side of the rim. But LeGrand was fouled. He'll go to the line where he is 3 for 3 tonight.
32, Tyrell Ware.
Email here, Edward and Lisa Atchison said, great call on the game, guys. My wife and I are listening in East Oakland, California. Edward is a Charleston High School and SEMO graduate. And Edward and Lisa Atchison rooting on the Jays. They say, go Jays. Thanks to the Atchisons listening in East Oakland, California tonight. Here's a free throw by LeGrand. He made 1 of 2, missed the first, made the second. Our email address again is cmo.radio@gmail.com. We'll read your emails. Thanks to the Atchison, Sam Kuntz email. We'll read yours. Under 3 to play. Bogan with a terrific whirling move in the lane. Uses the backboard and scores. Boy, he is so athletic. Terrific pirouette in the lane by Bogan. 23-17, the lead is 6 and a steal by Bledsoe on a deflection. Here comes Charleston trying to extend a 6-point lead. Bogan played for Visor out front. Visor playing with 2 fouls. Blesson Kimball is back in. He's got 2. Bledsoe dribbles to the 15-foot mark, pulls up, and drains the jumper. Boy, both of Bledsoe's jumpers have been mid-range tonight. And timeout by Paul Unterreiner. Bulldogs down 8, 25-17, 2:20 to play before the half. We'll take a timeout in the title game at the Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament.
The year you find your dream home. Visit SemoHouseCenter.com today to see a full listing of all your...
And we welcome anyone who is tuning in to watch the live video feed of this championship game via SemoBall.com. SemoBall has the most in-depth coverage of this tournament. And of course, the Southeast Missourian, the title sponsor of the tournament. Notre Dame trailing by 8. They need a bucket. Toma in the lane, leans in, banked it, missed it. Oh my goodness. Now they're going to say, what? I think that Parker was in the cylinder. Yeah, he was in the cylinder. And so that's going to go over to Charleston. Boy, I don't know how Toma missed that shot. Tough roll. It was a great move. He leaned in, banked it. It looked like it was going in, and somehow popped out. Jays beat the press. Here's Gillespie spinning in the lane and finishing with the left hand. Boy, Isaiah Gillespie, 10 points. What a time to come up big in the biggest game of the season so far for Charleston. Elbow jumper, Landui, no. Followed by Tyler Parker. Boy, they needed that basket. 27-19. The lead is 8 for Charleston. Teridian Bogan, crossover move, nice, down the lane, teardrop runner, just wouldn't go. Loose ball on the floor, Bledsoe dives for it, so does Parker. Blesson Kimball comes down with it, can't finish, but he got the foul. Boy, Blesson Kimball, he had 2 players on the ground, 1 for each team, and Kimball just reached out and then picked it up and went to the rim. Kimball has 4 points. He is 0 for 1 from the line tonight. Playing with 2 first-half fouls here. It's an 8-point lead for Charleston, and the free throw is there for Blesson Kimball. Spells that first name B-L-E-S-S-I-N. Blesson Kimball. 6'6" senior. He'll have another. It's in the air, and he missed it. In for the rebound, Justice Toma. Bulldogs down 9 with 1:12 to play before halftime. Toma to the right hash in front of the Jays bench. Still on the dribble and reaching in is Gillespie.
Fouls on number 40, Isaiah Gillespie.
Email Pat Young says we're missing Jake Young's stellar defense and 10-ish points per night, but he's got the flu. He is listening in tonight on ESPN 1220. We can't find the stream on SemoBall. Well, I'm not sure if it's SemoBall/Christmas. I think someone told me, no. I'm going to find the Tournament Central link there, maybe. See if you can find that video. Justice Toma to the free throw line. And it goes down. See if we can find somebody from SemoBall at halftime and find out exactly where the stream can be located. But we're glad to serve you here on Semo ESPN. Free throw is there for Toma. We're broadcasting on Real Rock 99.3 FM, Semo ESPN 1220, online at SemoESPN.com, or listen through our app. Go to your app store and download the Semo ESPN app. 28-21, 7-point lead for Charleston. Teridian Bogan deep on the right wing. Fires a deep 3 off the left side of the iron. Parker grabbed the rebound, and Brian Visor tied him up, and that's a big tie-up because the possession arrow will keep it with the Jays. Charleston, 11 state championships in school history. What a basketball tradition. 28-21. Bledsoe out front. Dribbles right to the arc. Bounce Kimball. Kick back. Bledsoe a three. Off the iron. And the loose ball. Parker tried to save it for Notre Dame, but he lost the handle. And Charleston is going to get it back. 28-21 Blue Jays. Cape Central beat Jackson for third place. Oran took down Delta for fifth place. The consolation title went to Advance over Kelly. This is the final trophy to be handed out, and this is the big trophy. 21 seconds to play in the half. Bogan penetrates, wraps up a shot, and banked it in. What a play by Teridian Bogan. And I mean, he went into a group of much taller players in there. Landaway finishes at the other end for the Bulldogs. Has a big basket. With 1 second, Bledsoe a half-court shot at the buzzer. Just to the right of the goal. We've got a 7-point lead at halftime here in the Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament. At the break, Charleston 30 and Notre Dame 23. Yeah, we heard from Pat Young a little bit earlier saying that Jake Young unable to play tonight, and Jake Young is a starter for Notre Dame. 6'4" junior, and he has started every game of this tournament, and man, that flu bug has been brutal. You saw in the opening game for Notre Dame, Tyler Parker was out there, and you could see him. He was breathing hard, he was sweating profusely, and he looked like he was laboring, but it was so early in the game, you thought, boy, he can't be physically fatigued already. He hadn't logged many minutes, and then he ran off the floor, grabbed the big blue trash can, and became, well, his head was in the trash can for a while. The flu had really been going around at Notre Dame High School, and apparently one of their starters, Jake Young, under the weather tonight. So we certainly send get well wishes to him. His team is down by 7. We got a long way to go. Notre Dame looking for its 6th career tournament championship. The Jays are looking for title number 18. And at the break, Charleston 30, Notre Dame 23. Let's break for halftime. It's the 75th annual Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament live on SEMO, ESPN, and Real Rock 99.3.
The Daily Newspaper and online at southeastmissourian.com and SEMOBall.com. Mr. Asher would like to present Southeast Missourian with a symbol of sincere gratitude for their support of this year's tournament. Tournament director, along with Ryan Vanderman and David Enderle, with the St. Francis Healthcare System. The St. Francis Healthcare System is proud to be a corporate sponsor for the tournament. St. Francis is committed to providing the highest quality healthcare option for the region by providing a ministry of healing and wellness inspired by Christian philosophy and values. They also provide the athletic training needs for all the student athletes for every game during this year's tournament. Mr. Asher would like to present St. Francis with a symbol of sincere gratitude for their support of this year's tournament. Thanks to all the sponsors and advertisers in this year's tournament program for continued support of the best holiday Christmas tournament in Southeast Missouri. Our first contestant is Marley Seaball from Perryville. about a round for Marley Seaball? Our next contestant is Colton Toma from Jackson. One shot, $1,000. Do not leave it short. The objective is to make it. Throw it in the hole. How about a big round of applause for Colton Toma? Thank you once again to Pro Image Sports for sponsoring the halftime shootout.
Time of the title game here. It's a 7-point lead for the Charleston Blue Jays, the Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament, and representing the Southeast Missourian and SEMO Ball, Lucas Presson. How about this turnout again, Lucas? It always amazes me how many people come out to watch this tournament.
They've had a great turnout this week. I know they typically will bring in around 15 to 20,000 folks over the course of 4 days, which is pretty incredible, and tonight has not disappointed for sure.
Boy, and you know, to have a title game like this, I mean, Charleston has the biggest legacy in this tournament with 17 championships, and Notre Dame, who pulled off the big upset over Central, who had won it 2 years in a row. So yeah. I think the fans are getting their money's worth, don't you?
There's a lot of good basketball in Southeast Missouri. Got a lot of really good teams. I think a lot of folks expected to see Cape Central here in this championship game. Notre Dame had an unbelievable run to beat Central, and Jackson's nothing to sneeze at either. They've had a really good run this tournament.
SEMOBall.com tonight providing the video feed as well. Now, if people want to watch the video feed, they're going SEMOBall.com/.
So we've had a few tech issues tonight.
Okay.
but you can find it right now on the Southeast Missourian, the SE Missourian YouTube channel.
Okay.
So if you go there and you can click on it, it'll be live, and then we'll get the archived version up of it on cmoball.com later. But we do have something going live, so folks can see it. They can hear you broadcasting the game from it and watch the live feed. So it's going.
So Southeast Missourian YouTube channel.
That's right.
That's right. And boy, we've had some great changes at cmoball.com.
Yeah.
Tom Davis taking over now, and he really hit the ground running. And I know they've been working overtime on their coverage of this tournament.
Tom's done a tremendous job leading our team over there at cmoball and the Southeast Missourian. Tremendous coverage. We did a lot of historical things this year. 75th annual tournament. You think about that, 75 years now. This tournament has taken place, whether it's been at the Show Me Center or Houck Fieldhouse. For those who missed it, Jeff Breer just did a tremendous job looking at the all Southeast Missourian Christmas tournament teams, looking back over the decades. So he did 40s and 50s and 60s and so on, and took 5 players from each decade to look at that all-time Southeast Missourian Christmas tournament team. That was kind of fun to look at.
It was great, and I heard a lot of positive feedback from that because there are a lot of people that have been around this tournament for a long time. That brought back a lot of cool memories. I know it did.
We had a nice letter to the editor that'll be running soon from one of the individuals that was selected from many years ago. I was looking at kind of my heyday here from when I graduated Central in 2004, so I was looking at that 2000 to 2010 range to figure out who was selected and who missed, and I could make a case there are some folks that were missed on there that were worth adding as well. So
that's one of the fun things about this is debating.
There always
should
is.
be on there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, your final thoughts on what we've seen so far this week, Lucas?
Well, it's a tremendous tournament. We are so pleased to be the title sponsor for it, and just had a lot of fun. There's something about that week between Christmas and New Year's, watching great basketball. There are folks that will take vacation days and just camp out the Show Me Center. As a young man here, I think Isaac Persley's over there. He said he was going to watch all 26 games this year.
He's been here.
So there's a lot of just really neat storylines that have gone along with it, and sports is a big thing. When we think about covering community, as you know, sports plays an important role in a lot of families' lives, and that's certainly evident this week.
And real quickly, we can't let you get out of here unless we ask you about the SEMO Ball Awards. What do we know so far?
Yeah, we are working on finalizing our keynote speaker. So some good things that'll be coming announced early 2020. So watch for that on cmoball.com and the Southeast Missourian. And we're looking forward to another great. This will be 7th year now for the SEMO Ball Awards this July.
Can you believe that?
Time flies.
Always great to catch up with you, Lucas.
Thank you,
Thanks so much
Appreciate
for your time.
it.
All right. Thanks for all you do.
And we're putting you on the spot now. You're going to be emceeing it, right? This
I'm
summer?
there.
All right.
I'm there.
There you go.
Okay.
Thanks.
That is Lucas Presson, Southeast Missourian, and cmoball.com. By the way, Tyler Londowie just hit a couple of free throws, so Notre Dame has cut it to 5, and Londowie gets a steal. So here we go. Thanks again to Lucas Presson, managing editor, Southeast Missourian. Here's the drive down low, and Londowie had his shot blocked. Here come the Blue Jays. Isaiah Gillespie gives it up to Brian Weiser out front. Got bumped by Londowie, but they let the contact go. Isaiah Gillespie tries an 18-footer. Boy, he's better around the basket than that far out. He missed the shot, and the Bulldogs get a transition layup from Caleb LeGrand, and we've got a 3-point game. It's a 4-0 run for Notre Dame to start the second half, and they're pushing Charleston here. Brian Weiser deep on the left wing. Weiser will come out to challenge him. Weiser bounces for Bledsoe, swings it right for Teridian Bogan. He'll jump up a three-pointer. Got it! Big three by Teridian Bogan. He's got 9. And that ends the 4-0 Notre Dame run and extends the Jays' lead to 6. What a player he is, Teridian Bogan. I've just already voted him to the all-tournament team. We had to turn in our all-tournament ballot at halftime. Bogan is on mine. Several Blue Jays and Bulldogs are on my ballot, and we get a whistle, and we're going the other way.
Foul on number 25, Tyler Parker.
And It's going to be on Tyler Parker of Notre Dame, so Charleston will inbound. Brian Visor, who picked up 2 fouls in the first half, but was trusted enough by Danny Farmer to be put back into the game, did not pick up his third. Blessing Kimball had 2 first-half fouls and also avoided picking up that costly third personal. 6-point Jay lead, and another 3 by Bogan. Same spot, right arc. Back-to-back triples. Notre Dame had cut it to 3. Now the lead is back to 9 for the Jays. Justice Toma drives the baseline, kicks it right. A 3 by Heiserer, and he's got an answer.
3-point basket, Drew.
Drew Heiserer rings up the tray. 36-30. Charleston by a half a dozen. Blessing Kimball, wide left. Goes to back down Tyler Parker. Heiserer kind of swiped at it. Now it's Bledsoe. He'll try a triple. On the rim twice. No good. Blessing Kimball up with a basketball. He got the rebound, but is called for traveling. And that'll give it back to Notre Dame. Our email address again is cmoradio@gmail.com. Bulldogs break the press. Lead pass Landaway underneath against Kimball. Blesson altered the shot. May have got a piece of it, and the Jays come down with a basketball. That's a tough matchup for Landaway going up against the 6'6" Blesson Kimball. Gillespie throw it to Kimball. Rejected by LeGrand. Get that shot out of here. 4:28 to play in the third. LeGrand sending Kimball's shot out of bounds. And the fans love it. Brian Visor looking, got it to Bledsoe in the left corner. Sam, couple of dribbles, bounces for Bogan. He's got a couple of threes. Heiser got to come out there and respect that three-point shooting, but you get up on Bogan too far, and he's going to blow by you. 3 ball by Bledsoe. Ring it up. Sam Bledsoe. 3 field goals in the second half for the Jays, all triples. And the lead grows to 9 for Charleston. We tick under 4 minutes to play in the third. Drew Heiserer penetrates, drop it off for LeGrand, attacks Kimball, throws up a wild backward shot, and it ends up going out of bounds. That was not the shot LeGrand probably wanted. And his back to the basket. I don't know if he was trying to draw contact, but Kimball played good defense. Kind of flipped it back over his head, and it did not go down. Crossover dribble Gillespie into the paint, and Landaway fouled him. So we'll see Isaiah Gillespie going to the free throw line. Gillespie scored 10 first half points to lead the Jays. He's at the line to our left. Isaiah, one of the seniors. Got 9 seniors on their roster, and the free throw spins out. No good for Isaiah Gillespie. 39-30, Charleston by 9. 3:38 to play. We're in the third. Notre Dame had cut it to 3, and then Bogan with a couple of three-pointers. Another missed free throw by Gillespie, and Notre Dame gets the rebound. Blessing Kimball hit the floor hard for the Jays, but he pops right up. Landaway into the corner for Logal. His three-pointer shorts. Gillespie the rebound. Logal getting the start tonight in place of Jake Young, who's under the weather. And Bledsoe missed the 15-footer on the right baseline. Going for the rebound, Blessing Kimball was fouled. Mike Kitchen emails. It says, hey, traveling across the state of Kansas tonight, enjoying the call on the radio. Would like to say congratulations to the Oran Eagles for taking 5th place in the tournament. Keep up the good call, Eric. Hey, the Oran Eagles, 5th place. And you got to think, boy, they would have had a really good chance to beat Jackson had Todd Priggle not broken his ankle. But that's the way that it happened. Oran going to have a great season. And of course, just recently off a state championship in basketball and in baseball. Times are good in the athletic department at Oran High School. They finish with the 5th place trophy. We'll take a timeout here with 3:14 to play in the third. Charleston 39, Notre Dame 30. Blesson Kimball to the free throw line, and if you did not hear at halftime, we were talking with Lucas Presson of SEMO Ball. There's a free throw that is good. So Blesson Kimball hit 1 of 2. They're having some technical issues, but you can watch the game if you go to the Southeast Missourians YouTube channel. And a jumper is good for Justice Toma. Notre Dame needed that one. 40-32. And the ball is going to get out of bounds, and it's going to go to Notre Dame. .239 on the clock. And again, it's the Southeast Missourian YouTube channel. Apparently, Lucas told us that SEMO Ball is having some technical issues. Nice backdoor feed. The look from Justice Toma to Tyler Londowi, and he's able to put it in. And Notre Dame finds itself down by a half a dozen. 40-34. Teridian Bogan. Wing right, we'll get it to Sam Bledsoe. Visor will come out for a handoff. Visor approaches, throws it wide right for Isaiah Gillespie, who's had a nice night. Teridian Bogan. One dribble against Heiserer, finds Bledsoe out front. Bledsoe will give it to Visor. Jay's being very patient here with 1:53 to play in the third. Bogan faked the three, put it on the floor, goes inside. LeGrand blocked it, but a whistle. And Bogan, who has not shot a free throw tonight, will be at the strike. 1:47 to play in the third. 40-34. 6-point game. And he missed the free throw. Free throw is no good, and he missed them both. By the way, we were not told anything other than the video being on SEMOBall.com until halftime. So we were not informed that they had some issues. So everyone apologizes for that, but SEMOBall.com is where we told everything would be. And you know how technical things can rear their head. And we're going to get an offensive foul here on Notre Dame. So the Bulldogs put on some three-quarter court pressure. Blesson Kimball lobs it out near center court for Visor. Visor looks left, throws it right for Gillespie. Heiser all over him. Gillespie gets by him and tried a shovel pass there to Blesson Kimball. And Logel got his hand in there and knocked it out of bounds. 1:16 to play in the third. Notre Dame down 6, 40-34 inbounds play. Bledsoe, quick three, good. Sam Bledsoe. They have hit 4 threes in the second half. They have no 2-point field goals, all triples. And the lead is back to 9. And Notre Dame can't get out to that three-point arc quick enough to defend this hot shooting of Charleston. Lob down low for LeGrand, and boy, he went crashing into the basket stanchion. And a foul coming up, I believe. Nope, the ball is just out of bounds to the Bulldogs. So they called no foul there, but it was a hard fall by LeGrand. Got right to his feet. He's got it out front. Puts it on the floor against Visor. Gives it up to Londowie. Dribbles to the 12-foot mark. Visor blocked his shot. Kimball's got it for Charleston. Big block by Brian Visor. Teridian Bogan floats up a runner. No good. Blesson Kimball the rebound. And either Logal or LeGrand got him on the way up with the shot. Looks like it's going to be Logal.
Chase Logal.
Chase Logal will pick it up, and we will see Blesson Kimball at the line. Only 2 for 5 free throw shooting tonight. He drills that one. And all of a sudden, Charleston is up by 10. 44-34. 34 seconds to play in the third, and the ball rattled out. Notre Dame playing without one of their starters tonight, Jake Young. Here's Toma. A little shot over Kimball, short-armed. It came up off the front of the iron, where Notre Dame needed that. Now Charleston can hold for the last shot if it wants to. 16 on this shot clock, or make it the game clock. And Bogan will back it up. Remember, he's hit a couple of threes in this quarter. He approaches with 7. Into the lane with 6. Runs up the shot, missed it with 4. Kimball to follow with 2. 1, and the ball will get out of bounds. We're going to the fourth. Notre Dame is down by 10. Do they have another run in them? We will find out when we come back. 8 minutes to decide the title. Charleston 44, Notre Dame 34. Here we go, fourth quarter. Teridian Bogan has it for the Charleston Blue Jays. Jumps a pass out high here for Sam Bledsoe. Bledsoe has 11 points, and the shot rimmed off for the Jays. And a ball poked loose by Gillespie, stolen by Teridian Bogan, and rejected by LeGrand. And LeGrand hit the floor pretty hard. It's a clean block. LeGrand wondering how he ended up on his backside. He was looking at the official. I think he thought maybe he was undercut there. Don't know that he was. Just a big block. They needed that. And a ball tipped. Stolen by Heiser. Thrown ahead to LeGrand. Jam time! Two-handed throwdown by LeGrand. Let's see what that does for Notre Dame. The fan base, the student section, is livid right now. They are up for grabs. Let's see if it energizes the Bulldogs. Lead is 8. We've played a minute here in the fourth. 44-36, Teridian Bogan against Jake Heiser out front. Or Drew Heiser, I should say. A handoff for Isaiah Gillespie. Now Sam Bledsoe, right sideline. Plays out front for Bogan. Gives it up to Visor, and Bogan once again holding. Right wing jab step. Drops it for Visor on the sideline right in front of the Jays bench. And reaching in is Londowie. Got a piece of the ball, but Charleston's got it. A pull-up jumper won't go by Bogan. Rebound Kimball, and the putback. Nobody got a body on Blesson Kimball. And at 6-6, he got that board and put it back up and in to extend the lead to 10. They got 2 shots on that possession. Notre Dame's going to have to get some stops to get back into this thing. Loose ball, they throw it away. Brian Visor down the lane to Kimball, and he rocks the rim. Kimball tomahawks one down. 48-36, a 12-point game. LeGrand kicks it right corner. Logel gives it up to Heiser, drives down the lane. Tough shot as he flipped it up. Kimball the rebound. That was a tough shot by Heiser. Blessing Kimball spins by Logel, and LeGrand met him at the rim, blocked the shot, and a whistle and a foul. Kimball spun right by Chase Logel. 5:29 to play. The lead is 12 for Charleston. The Blue Jays are indicating they might pull away here. This is a critical stretch for Notre Dame. They've still got time, but man, they got to get some stops. And we've got a timeout. Paul Unterreiner wants to talk about it. 5:29 to play. Blue Jays by 12. 48-36 the title game from the Show Me Center. Blesson Kimball at the free throw line. Nice stroke by Blesson. He knocks it down. Kimball had 5 at halftime. He's got 7 in the second half. 12 for Blesson Kimball. He'll have another. Got them both. Big free throws. He's a senior. He stepped up and hit him, and the lead is 14. And this is the most critical spot of the game for Notre Dame. They need points, and they need stops. Londowie throw it down low, right through the hands of LeGrand. Paul Unterreiner saying, get back, we're pressing. A couple of the Notre Dame guys were running the other way. Londowie jumped the routes, knocked the ball out of bounds. The inbounds play came from Bogan. Notre Dame pressing here on the inbounds. Tyler Parker coming to the scores table. He'll replace Logel. 50-36. Inbounds play comes to Bledsoe. Now Brian Visor, the point guard. Stops in the backcourt, throws it to Bogan. He crosses the center line, and he got tripped. Bogan knocked down. Notre Dame has been called for 8 fouls. Charleston has been called for 1. And Teridian Bogan at the line. He's missed his only free throw attempt tonight. Got 12 points. Make it 13. And these seniors, Kimball, Bogan, have stepped up here and hit their fourth quarter free throws. Ron Shumate used to say free throws don't win all the games, but they win all the close games. Got them both. 5:07 to play. 16 is the lead for the Bulldogs. It was just the opposite start to the game for Notre Dame. A steal by Visor to Gillespie for the deuce. It's an 18-point lead. And the defense of Charleston turning Notre Dame over. And Kimball may have gotten a piece of that shot by Londowie. It didn't go in. It's an 18-point game, and Charleston is firmly in control at the moment. Bogan swatted away by Londowi, but it comes to Gillespie. He put a shot up on the rim and it rolled off. Logel the rebound, outlet to Heiser. Notre Dame. Heiser bumped in midcourt by Visor. Only the second foul in the second half of the game called on Charleston. With all of that pressure defense, they played clean defense and have been almost whistle free. Here's a post feed to LeGrand, spinning. They come with a double team. He passes out of it. Logel trying to lob it into LeGrand. He's got it. Spins by Kimball. Throws it out to Toma. Here's a triple. No good. One and done for the Bulldogs as Visor clears for the Jays. 4 minutes to play. 54-36. Wesson Kimball. Wide left. Spins by Logel. Drop it off to Bledsoe in the right corner. His three-pointer, no good. And then Visor fouled Tyler Londowi going for the rebound. Only team foul number 3 on the Jays. So the Bulldogs have it. Length of the floor to go. Down by 18 points with 3:44 left. Notre Dame's 5 championships in this tournament. 1970, 74, 86. 2005 and 2014. Charleston's won it 17 times, more than any other school. LeGrand stripped by Gillespie. Gillespie throwing ahead. Now it's Kimball, runs over Londowi, no whistle at all. And Toma comes down with a basketball and a bad pass by Toma. That was right to Sam Bledsoe. Jays go the other way. Bogan flipped it up and in. What a shot by Bogan. 16 for Bogan, and Charleston has a 20-point lead.
Timeout, Notre Dame. Full timeout.
Boy, I tell you, this Charleston team, they are going to make another run at a state title. They've got 11 state championships. Their last coming in, I believe, 2011, so it's been a while. But they look like they have the team to potentially make a run. I think Oran felt like it had the team. Now that the injury to Todd Priggle, you don't know. They're still very good. 3:07 on the fourth quarter clock, which teams that we have seen here in this tournament. 56-36. We will have a new champion. Cape Central has won it back-to-back years in 3 of the last 4. Central finished 3rd in this tournament. They handled Jackson earlier tonight. Oran took out Delta for 5th place. And Advance defeated Kelly for the consolation title. LeGrand stripped, and as Gillespie tried to go get the basketball, it got out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bulldogs here with 2:52 left. Boy, Charleston has just been relentless. Jumper by Londowi, splashes in, and that's a 3. That's 12 for Tyler Londowi, and he is the leading scorer for Notre Dame. And what are we going to get? Charleston calls time. Danny Farmer, Hall of Famer. 2:37 to play. 56-39. The lead is 17. We'll return to the Show Me Center as we get closer to crowning a champion.
Including the tournament MVP and members of the 2019 All-Tournament team.
back to the Show Me Center. Foul line jumper, Teridian Bogan. What a second half he's put together. He hit 2 big threes. Notre Dame was down 7 at the half. They had cut it to 3. And then Teridian Bogan hit a couple of threes. Bledsoe hit one. And Charleston just slowly pulled away. But Bogan kick-started their offense in the second half when Notre Dame challenged them and cut it to 3. Suave Fitzpatrick threw a pass that was grabbed by Blesson Kimball, and Kimball was fouled. Suave Fitzpatrick for Charleston, just like it sounds. S-U-A-V-E, Suave. Blesson Kimball at the line. And it rimmed off. New player in for Notre Dame, Drew Vandeven. And he grabbed that rebound. High post pass here for LeGrand. Minute 58 to play. The lead is 19 for Charleston. Vandeven tried to pass it into a double team. LeGrand was not open. Vandeven tried to force it in there, and Bulldogs are fortunate that that ball got tipped out of bounds. Iserer gives it to LeGrand. Try to reverse. No good. Kimball runs the floor with Bogan, and Bogan finishes. You know, you can watch Charleston on film. You can be here at the Show Me Center and scout them. You can't simulate the speed, quickness, and athleticism in practice. Drew Heiserer hitting the runner. And until you're on the floor with Charleston, you just don't know what that smothering, athletic, tough defense is like to try and work against for 32 game minutes. There's a reason they're going to win it for the 18th time. And a foul out front. Hayden Jansen reached out and fouled Sam Bledsoe with 1:06 to go. 19-point lead for Charleston. Been a great week for Notre Dame. I mean, the game most people are talking about was the way they handled Cape Central. It was undefeated. That was no fluke. They soundly beat Cape Central. They were really, really good that night. And now Paul Unterreiner pulling out some of his starters. And Danny Farmer will do the same, and the Jays fans will appreciate this. Big cheer from the Charleston fans, the Notre Dame fans cheering as well for him. The Bulldog players who were taken out will have, now stick around after the game, we'll have the all-tournament team. All of the ballots were gathered at halftime. They gave us the ballots, picked them up at halftime. So they're tallying everything up, and we'll get that for you. Free throw is there for Bledsoe. Just stepped up and hit them both. All these seniors. Bogan hit his fourth quarter free throw. So did Bledsoe. So did Kimball. 62-41. Some of the players. Nick Williams, a new player for Notre Dame in there. He's got it. Williams with a dribble. And he works it left here to Hayden Jansen. And a drive inside here by Ty Collier. And officials will whistle him for traveling. 45 seconds to go. And the Charleston faithful about to celebrate the 18th time they have won this prestigious tournament. 35 seconds left. And losing the basketball, the Jays. Hayden Jansen runs the other way, gives it to Collier, can't finish. Rebounded by Roy Landis Wiley. And the Jays will put up a shot on the baseline. It's going to get loose, the ball does. And floating one up, Almarion Williams missed it, but there to clean it up was Dentrez Ewing. Just checked in. That is his first basket and a chance for a three-point play. Notre Dame cut it to 3 in the second half, and then Charleston hit 3 3-pointers, and they would pull away. Been a great week for Notre Dame, a little better week for Charleston. The Blue Jays are the champs. For the 18th time, Charleston High School wins the Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament. The final score, 64-41. The Bulldogs will be the runners-up. And the two teams going through the handshake line, including Danny Farmer and Paul Unterreiner, the two head coaches. 64-41. And Charleston was never challenged in this tournament. I mean, really challenged. Notre Dame pushed a little bit there early in the third. But Charleston proving it is the best team in the tournament this year. They got a lot of seniors. I mean, when you look at their starting 5, all 5 of them are seniors. And the guys that play the heavy minutes, all seniors. So it's a veteran team.
It goes to the Advance Hornets.
All right, Advance. Going to be asked to come down and get their trophy.
Fifth place, the Oran Eagles.
Oran, 5th place trophy. And Todd Priggle is out there on crutches. Feel sorry for that young man. Broke his ankle in this tournament. One of their seniors. Can they still make a run at a state title without him? We'll see. Jackson got to come out to get the 4th place trophy. Cape Central knocking off Jackson here tonight in the 3rd place game. So Central will be the 3rd place finishers. Matt Asher, the tournament director, out there. And presenting Jackson with the 4th place hardware.
3rd place, the Cape Central Tigers.
Drew Church's squad dethroned. What a run it's been for Cape Central. They had won it 3 of the last 4 years. This year, 3rd place. Drew Church has done a marvelous job with that program at Cape Girardeau Central. What a tough district they play in, huh? You want to play Sykeston and Notre Dame and Cape Central? Ooh, it's a gauntlet.
Second place, the Notre Dame Bulldogs.
Fan base, the student section on its feet here. To our right, appreciating the effort for the Bulldogs. You can see they're a little crestfallen. They'll appreciate this one day. A nice run they made in this tournament, but in the heat of competition right now, you can tell they're disappointed, but it's been a nice run for Notre Dame, and now the Charleston fans on their feet. Michael Minner is the athletic director at Charleston. He's going to like announcing this.
2019 Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament champions, the Charleston Blue Jays.
Blue Jays are the champions for the 18th time. The final in this game, 64-41, by the way. Teridian Bogan leading the way with 20 points. 13 for Sam Bledsoe. 13 also for Blesson Kimball. Those were your double-digit scores. Isaiah Gillespie also had double digits with 12.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the tournament MVP, we have Mr. Crescent from the Southeast Missourian.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming to the 75th Annual Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament. Would you give all these volunteers and players a big round of applause? And congratulations to Notre Dame and Charleston for being in the championship game. Tremendous 4 days of basketball, so job well done. Every year we like to award a fan-voted MVP, and joining me to present the MVP is Jacob Pattengill and his son Asher, along with Chance McCoy, and Shanny Pattengill is also going to be joining us as well. This year, for the fan-voted MVP, we had nearly 7,000 total votes, and the winner, with 1,558 votes, a senior forward, he scored a total of 106 points to help his team win 3 of 4 games, and had 39 in a win over Delta tonight. Congratulations to Tyson Goodell. Congratulations again, Tyson, on a great tournament. Thank you all again for coming out to the tournament this year. We look forward to seeing you next year, and have a good evening. Take care.
And now for the 2019 All-Tournament team. From Charleston, Sam Bledsoe. From Notre Dame, Caleb LeGrand. From Cape Central, Doriante Tucker. From Advance, Jack Ballou. From Charleston, Blesson Kimball. From Notre Dame, Tyler Londaway. From Oregon, Tyson Goodell. From Cape Central, Tyrus Redden. From Notre Dame, Justice Toma. And from Charleston, Teridian Burden. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament All-Tournament team.
So there you go, the all-tournament team, and Notre Dame and Charleston well represented.
Our 2019 edition of
The final numbers, by the way, for Charleston, we mentioned 4 players in double figures. Teridian Bogan with 20, 13 for